How are y'all dickheads doing? It is I, once again, Dick Record, coming to you live from the studio in New York City. I'm about to do a premiere draft for Modern Horizons 3 on Magic the Gathering Arena, but before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please like, share, and subscribe, but more importantly, come over to twitch.tv/Dick Record. Link in the description where you catch streaming video games, leathercraft, and other assorted nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But with that out of the way, wow, that was fast. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right, guys. Pack one, pick one. Let's see what we're getting today. Big money, no whammy. Stop! Wow, it's taking a long time for this to load. Flare of Malice is not bad. Yeah, Flare of Malice isn't bad. I like Gravedigg, too. What's this? Which enchanter? Destroy target enchantment or artifact that opponent controls on a land. I think I could take Flare of Malice. This pack is overall, like, okay, right? Like, Flare of Malice is greatest mana value among creatures and planeswalkers they control, and they sacrifice, so that's actually kind of cool. And you can do it for free if you sacrifice a non-token black creature. There's a lot of good things to sacrifice, like the Retrofit Transmigrant. That actually might be something we want to pick up next. But we do want to take, like, basically the best card in the pack, and this is instant speed removal. That hits their biggest thing. Fanged Flames is also pretty good, and these modal double-face land spells are also pretty good. If we wanted to go into the artifacts deck, Terramander's not bad. But yeah, let's take Flare of Malice, but not get married to it just yet. Ooh, I like a Glyph Elemental. Let's see, there's also Consuming Corruption. Twisted Riddle Keeper's cool, but that's for the Eldrazi deck. I do like Glyph Elemental, I really do, because I've had this thing grow massively, and then, like, have my opponent... Well, no, I've bestowed this onto a creature, had it grown tremendously, and my opponent finally kills it only to see that I still have... It might even be a bigger creature. If you play a 1-drop, and then you put this on top of the 1-drop, and then they kill the 1-drop, you still have, like, this thing for them to deal with. And if they took long enough where you got, like, 4 or 5 tokens onto this thing, it becomes a problem. Yeah, I think Glyph Elemental's pretty good here. Consuming Corruption's also, like, not bad. Instant speed drain for however many swamps. And Twisted Riddle Keeper's pretty good in the Eldrazi deck, and it's something that you want to have at least one of. Not specifically at least one of. You do want the big things, but I think we could take the Glyph Elemental, right? Let's take that. I really enjoyed it in my sealed pull. Let's see. Idol of False God. Not really seeing anything particularly good here. Part of me wants to spec on the Idol of False Gods, because you can put it in any deck. It can become a grind out card if you end up with... You can't... Well, not necessarily any deck, right? But, how do I put this? If you have the ability to just keep activating it, you can use this as an endgame win condition, right? It does need to have, like, 8 or more tokens on it. But I'm not really seeing anything that's, like, particularly good. I guess there's also Dog Umbra, actually, now that I'm looking at it, right? There's Flashificism. You know what? Maybe I shouldn't speculate on that just yet. There's also Serum Visionary, which I'm not against taking, and a Curse Marauder is fine. Let's take the Visionary, actually. I do like Visionary, right? It replaces itself, and it fixes your next 2 draws. Let's see what's good here. Okay, so there's an Expanding Ooze. I think that's actually a really good card. You could adapt it for 1, and then when it attacks, it immediately puts a counter on either itself, if you modified it, or something else. Malevolent Rumble's not too bad. Shrieking Drake can be good if you get a lot of ETBs. Sneaky Snacker is something that you want multiples of if you're in blue-black. The blue-black draw 3 deck, though, feels kind of... I don't know. There's also Riddlegate Gargoyle, which these are great in the energy deck. Warp Tusker's not terrible. There's also these fetch lands, but we're still trying to find, like, our lane. Part of me wants to take either the Sneaky Snacker or the Riddlegate Gargoyle. And I'm going to take the Riddlegate Gargoyle, yeah. Not just because we timed out there, but because we're kind of, like... It kind of took... We're kind of, like, not seeing that many black spells coming around, right? Although, this is still the first pack. I will take a Proud Pack Rhino. You can either, like, it's a 3/3 for 3, sure. That either puts a shield counter on a permanent. It could be itself. It could be another permanent that you control. Anything, really. Or you can proliferate. If you already have a bunch of tokens out, bang, 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 right? Yeah, I do actually like that. It could proliferate your energy, so it's good in the energy deck as well. And, sometimes you just want to protect something, right? Thraben Charm's also pretty not bad. Waterlogged Teachings is pretty cool too. There's another Serum Visionary, but I don't think we're going to see that Proud Pack Rhino wheel. We could see a Serum Visionary wheel. There's a Tune the Narrative. There's a Brain Surge, Mandibular Kite, Solstice Zealot. I'm going to take the Tune the Narrative. Regardless of the deck that you're in, instant speed draw a card will probably feel fine. Additionally, if you're in the energy deck and it slowly feels like we're going to like find ourselves there, this just gets you energy, and sometimes you have cards in your deck that will use your energy, right? Brain Surge is also pretty good, but I think we could take the Tune Narrative here. Although Brain Surge gets better if you like shuffle away a bunch of bad cards, but I'll take the Tune for now. And there's a Brain Surge actually, which I think we could take here over the Mandibular Hellkite. Let's look at just one of those lands, and there's another Sneaky Snacker. Grim Servant. Actually, that's a pretty good card by itself. It's basically, well, it does look at your devotion to black. We don't really have that much devotion out right now. Maybe I should just take the Disciple of Freyalise, even though we're not in green. Is that crazy? No, Grim Servant is probably better just because we already have a black card that's fine. Among these, this is hard. This is a spell land. I already have a playset of these from like my first draft because they just kind of went in the deck. There's also a Corrupted Shapeshifter, which I don't like. There's a Gravedigg, which I think is a pretty good card. And there's a Retrofitted Transmigrant. Let's take the Gravedigg. I think it has the highest upside of all those cards. Okay, so now it feels like the black cards are starting to wheel, right? Like, we could take this Consuming Corruption. Let's see, Idle Wield. None of these lands are good. I'll take the Idle. I'm not necessarily... I don't think I want the Shrieking Drake. I'm going to just rare draft that for the gems. Still not entirely sure what our lane is. Blue-white energy is like an energy flyers deck where you specifically want to have one flyer. Oh, the Solstice Zealot wield. It's not the best of cards. There's a Copy Crook. Kind of in for that, actually. Glasswing Grace is also really good. Except it makes a copy of anything on the battlefield, except when it attacks, it connives. Which I think is pretty cool. I think, like, if your opponent just plays like a massive Eldrazi, you can copy it, and then every time it attacks, you connive, which I think is great. There's also Glasswing Grace, which I do like as a spell. I think... Glasswing Grace can also be a dual land, regardless of what colors we're in. This is a legitimate win condition, too. Maybe we take the Glasswing Grace. We don't have that many creatures, though, do we? I'm going to take the Copy Crook for now. Let's take the Glasswing Grace, actually, because you know what it is? This is also, like, more consistency. If you need lands, that's a land, right? If you don't need lands, it can be not a land. Okay. Rush of Inspiration would be okay. It's also another Riddlegate Gargoyle. Summer, not right now. But I think... I think we take the Marionette Apprentice here. And the reason why I say that is because it's just a very good card. Right? It puts 2 bodies on the battlefield. Summer? No. Bad. Behave. It puts 2 bodies on the battlefield. And you can just win off of this thing. It becomes a big pain in the ass for your opponents to deal with. So I think we take that right now. Depth Defiler I like. I will take that. There's an Arcbound Condor. There's also a Boggart Trawler. Alright, so let's see. Yeah, my white cards aren't really that great, so it looks like we're slowly funneling into black-blue again, like the first one that we had. The only good white card that I have aside is Riddlegate Gargoyle and Glyph Elemental, and I don't think that that's worth splashing. So let's put ourselves into black-blue. Yeah, let's put ourselves into black-blue. I'm not a big fan of primal players, but Depth Defiler, bouncing something, and or giving you a draw to discard one, I think is really good. There's also a Bogger Trawler, which is totally fine. Well, we had an opportunity to get... Well, there's a Breathe Your Last, too. Maybe the choice here is clearly Breathe Your Last, because we do need removal. The Creation of Avacyn, I'm not a big fan of, honestly, because this card... We do have one Consuming Corruption, but I feel like that's not going to get the bigger things, whereas Breathe Your Last can kill anything. I'm not a big fan of Creation of Avacyn, because it can cost you a lot of life. I think we have to take Breathe Your Last here, just because we need the removal, and hope that either Copy Crook or Boggart Trawler wheel. Fetid Gargantua would also be fine, right? But yeah, we have to take the Breathe Your Last, because we need the removal. I think there's too many, like, silly things out in this set. I'm not too fond of anything else here, but I do like White of the Reliquary. And the reason why I like it is because as the game goes on, this thing can get huge, right? I think that if this was like pack one, pick one, this would have been my first pick, actually. I really like White of the Reliquary. It's a 2/2 with Vigilance. On turn 2, sure. On turn 5, it could be, if you have a bunch of creatures in your graveyard, a 4/4, right? You know? I'm going to take the white. We're going to speculate on the white. Let's see. Condor kind of wheeled. There's also a Drown Yard Lurker, which I think in this format, you sort of want one of at the top end. There's also a Tamiyo Meets the Story Circle, which I'm not against, but it does, if we shuffle cards from our graveyard into our library, it makes the White of the Reliquary that much worse. That said, I think we do take the Drown Yard Lurker, right? A 7/7 for 7 with Vigilance if the game goes like way too long. There's also an Utter Insignificance, and the Arcbound Condor is fine, but I don't think we have that many artifacts. Yeah, we have like 0? Yeah, so good that we took that. There's another Consuming Corruption. There's a Dream Drinker Vampire. Ooze. I think we take the Consuming Corruption. Yeah, I think the Consuming Corruption's like the pick here. I think it's just a very good removal spell. We're going to want to play more swamps because of it. There's a Seething Landscape, and there's also a Foreboding Landscape here. There's also a Sage of the Ennoble and an Etched Slith. You know what's fun about Etched Slith is that it removes tokens from other things. But I think here I want to take the Foreboding Landscape because it helps us splash for the White of the Reliquary that much easier. It can get us a green source, and it also can get us a blue or a black source. Wow. Nobody in blue-red. I think we could take the Accursed Marauder. It's a nice 2-drop that sometimes makes your opponent sacrifice their only creature. Now, this thing does get worse when you play against the Eldrazi decks and they have a bunch of those tokens. Oh, no, it's a non-token creature. Never mind. Get on. Sometimes your opponent may be okay with sacrificing a non-token creature. I'm going to take the Riddlegate Gargoyle here, because if we end up pivoting into white, I think it's going to be fine. Boggart Trawler over Arcbound Condor here, because we don't have that many artifacts. Anythings. We've passed like 2 of these, and I think that this is actually pretty good in general, but the Boggart Trawler being a land and a creature, I think is like way better. I'm going to take the Creation of Avacyn, but I don't think we're playing it. Dross Claw is an artifact. That's fine. Cranial Ram. Alright, Wrath of the Skies is here. Cool. There's also a Royal Cartographer. There's a Waterlogged Teachings. I think we could take the Royal Cartographer. We're not doing too much in terms of energy, but it's essentially free, right? And it's a 1/3 for 2. I think we could take it here. It might be one of the first cards that we cut, but being able to activate it if we get enough energy might be fine. We might want more cards like Tune the Narrative because of that. There's a Waterlogged Teachings and Fetid Gargantua, which I wouldn't mind one of at like the top of the curve, right? But I'll take the Royal Cartographer over the Arcbound. We've passed so many Arcbound Condors. If there's somebody in the black-red artifacts deck, there can't be, because that Cranial Ram went really late. And Cranial Ram is like such a good card in that deck. Cozy's Command, there's an Amped Raptor, Frogmere. A lot of stuff that's just not for us. Eviscerator's Insight. This is sacrifice a creature, draw 2 cards, and it has flashback. This is a bad pack for us. I think we can take the unfathomable truths. I think it's fine. Stop. Behave, Summer. Behave. Go eat your mush. She's being such a pain. I think we could take the unfathomable truths. Because I don't think we want the bountiful landscape per se. Yeah, let's take the unfathomable truths. Unfathomable truths. God, I hate it. I think the Glasswing Grace. Summer, stop. Come here. Come here. Okay. Fucking knocking over everything. Come here. Come here. Summer, behave. Okay? She doesn't want me to pick her up. She doesn't know what she wants. Wow, there's a Writhing Chrysalis. There's a Warped Tusker. I think we take another Grace here. It's just a nice land. I don't think there's anything specifically that we want to splash for in here. But I think the Glasswing Grace is very good. Probably better than Serum Visionary. Yeah. Let's see. Sage, no. Hope Ender Quaddle's fun. It's fun because you screw your opponent. I think we'll take that. Sometimes it's just like, oh yeah, Mana Spike. Granted, if your opponent has any of those token Eldrazi spawn out, you have to be wary of that, right? Because they can just pay for things with them by sacrificing them. But also sometimes it's just holy cow, right? And that's fine. What are we passing? Unfathomable Truths. We don't want Sage of the Unknowable. Contaminated Landscape might be okay. We don't have anything in blue that we really want to, or sorry, in white that we really want to splash. So let's just take the Quaddle for now. Cephalid Coliseum. There's a Sentry, which I think is okay in this deck. It's a fine 4-drop that can... Summer, what are you doing? She's being such a bad girl right now. That can loot on ETB and also when it attacks, and I think it's fine. Take that. Let's see, another Consuming Corruption, but there's a Sneaky Snacker, and we do need those creatures, so I definitely have to take the Sneaky Snacker here, because it's a Sneaky Snacker. Emrakul's Messenger is great in this deck. There's also another Sneaky Snacker. But this wants you to draw your second card every turn to then get a free token. It's also another 2/1 flyer, and I think it's a little bit easier to cast than Sneaky Snacker. Yeah, these are going late though. Between the two of them, I think I want the Emrakul's Messenger though. Meddler's fine, actually. Preferred over a Grim Servant or another Consuming Corruption. Meddler is a 4/5. It stuns something down. And it's a 4/5 with Reach for 4, which is like pretty good rate, actually, considering that it's blue. Although technically to void, blah, blah, blah. What's good here? I guess we could take the Waterlog Teachings. Didn't see too much removal. We have Flare of Malice. We have 2 Consuming Corruptions. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Waterlog Teachings because it's a land, it's a spell land that could also help us dig for a removal spell. Nothing great here. Yeah, nothing great here. Another Brain Search or a Grave Dig. Get the Grave Dig. It's our second Grave Dig. I don't know if we're playing them both. Well, I'll take the Sage, but we're not playing that. We have some work to do. We got to cut some things down a little bit. We're kind of in the... Ooh, Aether Spike. I'll take that. We're kind of in the blue-black draw too, but I don't know if I feel as confident about this version of it because I didn't really see enough of the signposts going around, right? I could conceivably make this go back into a... You know what? I'm going to cut the white. It's too much work to get that one card to work, right? Let's just cut that for now. Let's see now. Alright, so let's look at it this way. Switch it up so that we see our creatures. Okay, so these are spell lands, so let's actually put those in the land column. so that we can figure that out a little bit better. It means I can cut some lands, essentially. Foreboding Landscape, we're still going to leave that in there. It works pretty well with the Brain Surge that we have. Grave-Dig is a creature, because it does make a 2/2 and can also get you back a creature, right? So even though it says we have 14 creatures, we really have 16, which I think is okay. Our removal suite looks like this. Flare of Malice, Breathe Your Last, and 2 Consuming Corruptions. There's also an Aether Spike, which not necessarily removal. Draw's Claw is also another creature. Completely forgot about that. Let's see. Okay. I think that this is okay. We're going to have some work to do. We have 3 spell lands, so I think we can cut like 2 swamps and an island. Actually, we want more swamps, right? 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So let's cut... Oh boy. This is actually kind of hard. Let's cut a... I don't know what to cut, actually. Because Glasswind Grace is a win condition. We have 2 of those. Waterlogged Teachings is like not the best... what's it called? But it's not the best spell land. Like, it's not my favorite because it can only get an instant or a something with flash. But at the same time, you know, like there are times where you need to get your removal spell immediately. Oh, there's a Bogger Trawler here too. So that's like 1 less land. Completely forgot about that. No, come over here. Come over here. That. Every time I cut a swamp though, it makes our... It makes the, let's cut 1 island, we'll add 1 swamp. It makes the Consuming Corruptions that much worse. Let's cut 1 of... Oh god. Yeah, that feels bad. I think we have to keep it in there. Maybe the cut is Grim Servant, because I don't know what we're specifically grabbing. Marauder's fine, Royal, and Sneaky Snacker's fine. 42 cards is too many though. We need to cut like at least 1. If not 2. I know I'm being a little greedy. Alright, maybe we cut the Unfathomable Truths because we have a lot of 5s. And we have a lot of card draw already. And we have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 lands. Okay. I think this is good. Here's our deck. It is... Esper? It's not really Esper anymore. It's just blue-black control. And we're going to have to be very controlling of our opponents. So... 0-0 going into round 1. Let's see what we got here. It looks like I have to play one of these lands... Can this get blue? This can't get blue. Okay. We're going to get blue with that first then. Okay. Play this. And turn. I'm going to get a blue source with that at the end of their turn. We are on the draw. Alright, resolve. Blue source. Okay, another black source. Play that for now. And then, I guess I'll play the Cartographer now, because worst comes to worst, that thing is a lightning bolt for removal. Part of me thought about casting the Cursed Marauder, and if the only thing they do here is what's it called? Nothing. Okay. Oh, I see. They have what's it called? Hope Ender Quaddle. We'll play this. So they want me to tap out, essentially. And we'll play the Cursed Marauder. So if they play the Hope Ender, I will sacrifice the Marauder, though. Yep. And then we're going to go attack? They might just have Brain Surge. Oh, it was the Hope Ender Quaddle, see? Yep. Just bounces right off. That's fine. I think next turn we can Messenger and Spike. or messenger and leave up spike. We can also just play servant, but I don't know what we would get other than another land to play on top of Glasswing Grace, which could be good. Serum Visionary, okay. Sure. Hmm. 1, 2, yep. Opponent's playing the Eldrazi, the green-blue deck. And, like, I'm expecting them to... Oh, you know what we can get now? I think we get an... I think we get a, what's it called? An island. Play this. Get our landfall trigger. Play this, get an island. Also tune the narrative. No, let's get an island. No attacks. That way we can play the Depth Defiler next turn and probably bounce something? Well, we'll see what happens, right? Worst comes to worst, we play the island. We already have 2 energy. Leave up Aether Spike and play the Emerald's Messenger. Right? Because we're getting to the point where we might want to what's it called? Uh-oh. Bridgeworks Battle. Bonk. Alright. That sucked. I'm not blocking that, unfortunately. Alright, so we'll play the Island. Get one of those. I think we could just play the Petrifying Meddler now. Tap down their Visionary, start attacking. Alright. Tap it and stun it. Next turn, I think it was a... Well, let's see. I actually want to be able to protect the Glasswing Grace, so maybe I want to wait 2 more turns. Right? What I could do is play the Depth Defiler and Horn Power Stone. There's some ramp. Oh boy, Propagator Drone. Okay. Marionette Apprentice. Seems okay. I'm gonna send in the Meddler. No. Each opponent loses 1 life. I do want to have the Messenger out before I do anything. So, we do need to be on defense because we're at 9 health. Just play the Messenger. No attacks. End turn. It looks like they're setting up for a big spell. So I actually want to leave up Aether Spike. 6, 7, 8. Alright. That seems pretty bad. Up to 1 target creature gets tapped and put a stun counter on it. Yep. And I can't really do anything about that, can I? So I guess we just have to let it land. Okay. I'm not... Should I block the Hope Ender Quaddle? God. It's real bad, but I think we have to block it if they attack with it. Okay. Does this get bigger? No, that just makes tokens. We'll block like this, and we'll block like this. We have access to Aether Spike. Okay. Alright. Brain Surge would have been good last turn. Let's see, I could play the Depth Defiler. Or I can play Marionette and leave up Aether Spike. And I think we have to do that. And we have to make the token here, right? One, so that it can chump block, but also two, so that, we're gonna no attacks here. End turn. We can regain some life that way. We could also double block something with the Cartographer and the Marionette Apprentice. See, one of the things that I don't like about what's his face, the Grim Servant, is that it does 3 damage to you when you cast it. Sometimes that doesn't feel great, you know? Alright, so they're playing their Twisted Riddle Keeper. Tap up to 2. Jesus. Okay. Well, I'm gonna counter this for 1. Right, they have no mana, these don't tap for mana. Tap down. Sure. Block like that. I don't want to take 4 here. I think we have to block this thing too. Well, we're taking 3 technically because that dies, and then I gain 1 and I lose 4. Alright. Oh no, I don't gain 1, sorry. I just lose 4. I keep thinking that this is Blood Artist, and it's not. Get another energy. We're gonna cast Depth Defiler. We're going to... We're gonna draw 2, discard 1. Target player. And discard... We don't really need this island. I'm gonna pitch that. Breathe Your Last is nice. No attacks right now to keep up the defense. And yes, we have to block in a way that sucks. Oh, they're also playing red. Oh boy. Not... Ah, balls. Good game. Good game. Oh, man. Burned off the top rope. Woo! That's kind of cool, actually. View battlefield. Yeah, Ghostfire Slice. Easy to forget that that even exists. Until it hits you in the face. Damn. And like, I'm guessing they had that card in their hand for like the longest time. 0-1 going into round 2. I'm guessing they had that in their hand for like the longest time, and they were just like, I just need a mountain. I just need a mountain. I just need a mountain. God, that's got to be like... Yeah, that's got to be real frustrating when you can't like just play the thing that you have in your hand. We go first. I can cast the Gravedigg and then nothing else. So this, and we have our biggest card in our hand. This is one of those hands where you're supposed to mulligan. Okay, that's a black source. And then this is a blue or a black source. So we can keep this, and I will put back of my 4 drops the Grim Servant, because I like it the least. Play this. That can get us a blue source, and this is a black source. I like was staring at my hand. Like, why? Why would they give me the worst version of this hand? Okay. Just do the same. I get a blue source. And then we'll play the, God, I would like more lands, actually. Play the Drawsclaw. Or the Sneaky Snacker, and I will take the 3 here. Because we get to play the Sneaky Snacker and start to get in. And the next turn, Drawsclaw. Right, hopefully Drawsclaw. Dreamdrinker Vampire. Not a land. This equips for 2? Okay. If they attack with this without giving it a token, I will block it with the Drawsclaw. Would like a land, though. Would like to not die to Mana Screw. Would love a land. Would absolutely love one. Okay. Oh, that's so good. Okay. Not as good as it could have been. Hit him again. And end turn. Would love a black source. I guess we have Scurrilous Sentry, so we can pitch the Consuming Corruption. If we don't draw another land. We also have Gravedigg. With Scurrilous Sentry, we could actually just pitch the Depth Defiler and get it back later with Gravedigg. Yep. It gains Menace, sure. Alright. Can't really block here, no blocks. Gong gong. Yep. charge bug. Can't attack with the Dross Claw now. Alright. They have us. Okay, so play this. Play the Sentry. Saw that. Pitch the Depth Defiler. Attack with the Sneaky Snacker. Okay. With the Grave Dig, we can get back the Depth Defiler, so that's pretty good. Didn't feel great that we just didn't get our second Black Source till just now. Opponent is kind of way more ahead of us, you know. It looks like the Scurrilous Sentry is giving our opponent pause. Okay, Sarpadian Simulacrum. Never mind. They can just sacrifice that to kill the Sentry. I hate that. Yeah. So it has haste, and you can pay 4 and tap it to deal 4 damage to any target. I actually think it's a pretty good common. I think it's a common. I think it's a pretty good common. It's also an artifact. Woo! Yeah, I'll take that. Black Source. Creatures without flying can't block this turn. Oh shit. Okay. Am I dead? I'd be dead. Yep. That gains them more life. Sure. Oh, here's my Black Sources. Okay. Next. This is an instant, right? Yeah. No attacks. End turn. We need to not die here. I could do 2 damage to the Hex Drinker Vampire. Ral and the Implicit Maze. Fuck. Alright, resolve. It's just going poorly. I think we've already died. Yep. Pass. That was like perfect. They just swing out and I think I take the 2, right? I hope that they give the what's it called to... Alright, so they're giving it to that. So I can't block that, I can't block that. We kill that and we block that. Alright. Pass. Put this in front of that. It loses a 1. But they could just sacrifice the Sarpadian Simulacrum the next turn. Right, and that's a... It's not even a tap thing. If I play this, the Gravedigger, we can get back the Sneaky Snacker and play that again. It's not really great though, so yeah, good game. Damn. Damn! Damn. You know, I'm not feeling the most, what's it called? Confident about this deck right now. At O2. Oh, God. I play this. I need to figure out a way to turn off Discord alerts while I'm recording. Or just, altogether. Because that's kind of annoying. Settings? User settings. Notifications. Our opponent here. Here's our next opponent. We're 0-2. We have the lands. 2 grave digs. Sure. Okay. We're gonna get a blue source with this, so... Oh, do they have something? Oh, they're plane cycling. Okay. Get a blue source. And we're going to play Royal Cartographer and hopefully get it up to a good amount of energy. And next turn, hopefully just be able to Accursed Marauder out whatever creature they play here. A Johnny. Alright.
May our axes strike as one.
Land. Marauder. Yeah. And no attacks, because we can actually just block that. I can actually grave dig to get the Accursed Marauder back. Twice. Which might be the most annoying control win condition we can pull off here. I just need them to keep playing increasingly larger creatures, like that. Okay, so Black Source. Target a player. I could have just, like, got it back and not played out anything, but I don't think that that's the correct thing to do here. I think next turn... Alright, so they have the Inventor. Probably gonna put a token on something. Oh, they're getting energy. Alright. So we play the Marauder, and then we breathe your last something else. Oh, and that's real good here. I was planning on marauding, and then we're gonna play the Marionette Apprentice here, and we're gonna force our opponent to discard. I'm not discard. To sacrifice. If we draw another land, I can actually ping him for 1. Yep. Let's send in this guy. Alright. If we draw another land, we can grave dig and then play the Marauder out again. And that'll be very frustrating, I think, for our opponent. Granted, they haven't really been able to assemble their engine. Okay. Okay, so that's a sneaky snacker. I'm gonna hold on to the sneaky snacker, but we are gonna grave dig the, what's it called, out of the graveyard. Done. Target player. Grab this again. Autopay. I could play the Glass Ring Grace, but I don't think I want to here. So yeah, we'll just pass. No attacks, end turn. They might be holding like Combat Trick or something, so me not doing anything there. Ooh, Primal Prayers. Okay, so this is gonna give them the ability to cast creature spells at instant speed, and they get the cast trigger by paying a single energy, and they have 5 energy. That's gonna be pretty bad. I hate it. Alright. So here's that. Okay. I'm actually gonna... Yeah, we're gonna play the Marauder now. Force a sacrifice. And then I'm gonna play the Sneaky Snacker. Screw it. No attacks. We're close enough. Oh, you know, I should have attacked. I'm stupid. I'm so dumb. I should have won. Oh, no, because you know what it is. Primal Prayers means that they can ambush block a lot of these things. Decree of Justice. We got a 1/1. Alright. Can kill that for 2? No, let's just kill this. Gain 1 life. Next. No, not you. Should have attacked last turn like that, but... Oh, you know... Not really. Because we weren't sure whether or not they'd have anything. End turn here. We do have a Consuming Corruption that kills something small. Wow, we actually got a game. Okay. We actually got a game. Because we systematically dismantled their board using a combination of looping, Gravedig, and Accursed Marauder, which is cute. It's real cute. That's all I'm gonna say. Claim that. We're 1-3. Or 1-2 rather. Wow. Okay. Okay, there we go. Here's our next opponent. We're 1-2. Going into round 4. Oh, we actually have the mana. Okay. Keep. We're on the draw. Which is, I think, where this deck wants to be. Okay. Maybe I should have played Glasswing Grace as a land there. I guess that was kind of greedy, wasn't it? Okay. Hex Gold Slith. Alright. Play this. Play the Draw's Claw. I think we do block this. And then next turn we can... Actually, we're not even guaranteed to be able to do that next turn. I should have played the Glasswing Grace as a land. I'm very not smart. They're considering it too. They're like, oh, now they're gonna have more energy. Or they could just put a token on this. Yeah. Oh, making a blocker there was not wise. Sure. I'll block anyway. Okay. Okay. Play that. Make a 2/2. Yeah, I made the mistake of being a dumb, idiot, stupid man. Another Slith. Okay. I could actually let it hit me this time because I get to drain it. Yep. They're gonna give that first strike. I'm gonna block this one. Yep. Or I just get to play, what's it called? Something much larger. What is this? Aiden's Shroud. We can sacrifice, or we could cycle that to get another thing? No, that's not the play here. Let's play the Kami. It's got Death Touch. You touch this death. That's stupid. I need lands, game. There's like 18 in the deck. Oh wait, Consuming Corruption would only do 1. Because this is not a swamp. Go get Gargoyle. Not good. This can make it so that this thing now has first strike. And I guess I let it go. Yep. I'm not blocking that. No blocks here. It's a little bit bigger. Okay. Another Grave Dig. Brain Surge. It's like, this is frustrating. Hey, he lands! Okay, so... 2 cards on top of the library. I'm gonna keep a land. We're gonna want to draw the other land then. And then, I guess the Drowned Yard Lurker's fine eventually? Actually, wait, hold on. It doesn't really matter, does it? The sentry there. We'll draw the other land. Play a land. And activate this because we drew a bunch of cards to drain our opponent for 2. Good old Kami of Jealous Thirst. Probably why we're not going to be trading him, or it, for anything. So much as we'll put this thing in front of things that we can eat, but that's it. This gives Shroud. Okay, so it's not indestructible. Oh, that's not great. That's not great at all. That might be the game. That might be the game right there. Okay, I can play 3 things right now. I think one of the things I want to do is drain this for 3. Right. Oh, that's right. They can give their shit hexproof and hexproof. I'm not a big fan of that. Alright. Resolve. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Okay. I hate you. Target creature you control. Ah, jeez, I hate that. Okay. I could play Sneaky Snacker, but it doesn't do anything here. And this is draw 3, right? 3 or more cards. Okay. Yep. Alright, that's a good game. They got us. Like, I can't deal with this 6/6 in the air. And them giving their creature Shroud on instant speed. Real bad. Real bad for us. Didn't think we really got the nuts that draft either. So I'm gonna chalk it up to that. Didn't identify a good lane fairly early, and so like we kind of didn't have what we needed to make like a synergistic deck. And I think that this format wants synergy. Oh well. If you enjoyed that though, if you enjoyed seeing me lose to variants and to my own inability to draft, please hit that thumbs up button. But more importantly, come over to twitch.tv/DickRecord. Link in the description where you can catch streaming video games, leathercraft, and other sort of nonsense every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from around 4 to around 8 Eastern Standard Time. But that out of the way, I'm out of here.